Hello everybody! Welcome back to another stream. Welcome one, welcome all. Pleasure to have each and every one of you back with us again. I hope you're having a wonderful time, taking care of yourselves, and enjoying the evening. Welcome in, Pyro. Frist? Darn it. I'm not sure what you're darning, and I'm not sure what it means to frist something, but I hope you're having a frist of a time, my friend. Excuse me. I hope everybody out there is enjoying their day, taking care of themselves, and all in all, just having a good time. I have to admit, I'm alive right now. I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah, so suffice to say, I'm having a bit of a time with it. You know, recovery from getting your teeth surgically extracted takes a while, and so they're still giving me some bother. In fact, they're giving me enough of a bother that I don't know how long we'll go on stream today. I have not been sleeping well so far. I imagine it's because of the discomfort in my mouth, and that if I end up having my head leaned over to the side for more than a minute or so, I wake up in pain. It's not like crazy pain. I'm not even aware that I am waking up. I just know that I am tossing and turning a lot these last couple of days in a way that I don't normally, which is indicative of something at the very least. Yeah. Let's see here. You spelled first wrong on purpose. Somehow you following it up immediately with a darn it makes me not believe you, Pyro. Crazy to think. Also, holy shit, thinking of not believing things, I forgot to take one of my medicines, so I... Well, shit, everybody. My apologies for that. That was, rough. Didn't mean to do that. Medicine has been taken. I have antibiotics once again coursing through my veins. Fingers crossed I didn't fuck that one up too much. It's a wee bit past the time I'm supposed to take that. Oh well, nothing to be done for it other than take it. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. We're trying out something new today. I've put the auto dual stream where it auto crops the stream to be running as a short as well, which I think is ridiculous and very silly, but it automatically turns on when I start a new live stream. I was too lazy this time to turn it off. So we're attempting it. We're giving it a shot, seeing how it fares. I don't know. Don't click on it if you're already watching on the real version. If you're already watching on the landscape version, then you're already having a better stream experience, because I can see what the cropped version looks like, and I'm not even visible in it. It is just... Actually, you know what? Can I change where it crops to? No, it's on auto crop. Wait. I literally can't do anything with that. That's so funny. Oh well. Automatically generated vertically cropped version. Well, it's there. The wonders of modern science, indeed. Anyways, because I don't know how long I'm really going to be feeling up to stream, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started just about as soon as we can. I've been enjoying our time here with the Wandering Village. When last we left off, we had done something. I don't really remember what, but we did do something, so that's pretty good. It's pretty cool. We like to see that. When last we left off, we're gonna find out. I know, waiting for materials. Join them somewhere else. Yes, we've been on that. So we're in the middle of a desert. We're supposed to find Biko, because we need to scavenge a poison storm. Haven't seen any poison storms yet. We're currently wandering through a desert on our way out. We have a hailstorm along our path, which we may or may not actually intersect, which will be intriguing. We've got some locales that we are currently scavenging. We're going to pick up some fish, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting, conceptually. Not all that useful. We're on our way out of the desert. We survived the desert quite handily, actually, so that's good. We've got all of our air wells turned up. We've increased our berry production. I mean, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We really just need the stuff. We're researching something. What are we researching? Oh, we're researching the Onbu Doctor. That's right. Because I wanted to get the Onbu, the pet Onbu ability. I want to be able to pet my boy. I want to pet my little guy. He deserves it, you know? We've got quarries and we've got sawmills now. So we're able to remove these massive blockers and extract the resources from them. So that's good. Our mining camp is well underway here, as is our mushroom device. We have a food thing, we've got an Ombu kitchen, so that's producing plenty of stuff for us. We're actually getting close to being full on that, so I guess when that happens, we can turn this off. It'll take one of our kitchen staff off there. We got 2 people doing Ombu notes. That's probably for the best in the long run. And our research is done. Okay, so we have the ability to make the Ombu Doctor now. Let's take a little look. Ombu Doctor. Ooh. It's a long way, but fits pretty nicely over here, actually. Stick it in behind that, but maybe not quite. Maybe push it up forward, put it next to the Onbu. Oh, interesting. Now that I'm looking at it, this can go anywhere. This is not restricted to being up near the front. Should we go ahead and put it over here so that it can be part of the Onbu complex? It actually fits quite nicely right here, next to the mycologist. Sure, let's put that there. Put a road in between them, there. And then that road can... This 2x2 area is going to be tough to work with, especially if I put a thing in it. Do we have anything that's a 2x... Ooh, an extra water tank. Maybe not a bad idea to bring an extra water tank up over here, because this takes water. You tend to sing along to the radio where Lee right next to you goes, you could sing at cafes. Hey, very nice. Always love a nice bit of positive feedback, especially on something like that where people have such a tendency to end up feeling annoyed by it. That's great, Pyro. Do I really need this much water? I mean, how are we doing on stored water? Are we out? It does look like we're just about out, so... No, never mind. We got quite a lot. We didn't spend that long in the desert, but we did spend an amount of time. But we also have water production through cacti, so... I don't know. When is our creature gonna bless us with the ability to bend one of the 4 elements? Clearly, you've never seen the show. Otherwise, you would know that's a purely ability preserved purely to the lion turtles and the avatars post Aang. So, yeah, get on your level, buddy. 50 of each food type. We've got 2 extra pantries here. I mean, I guess the material storage is 2x2. I could stick those in here. But no, I can't access that road then. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to that. But big creature with city on back. Does that look like a lion turtle to you? He's not even close to a lion. It's more of a lizard turtle. Alright, what kind of research should we do next? Ombu pharmacy, right? Medicine to be given to Ombu by a doctor. Yeah. Go ahead and start that research so we can start petting him. We want him to trust us, after all. Otherwise, if he doesn't trust us, he doesn't listen to our word. What we tell him to do. It's a whole thing. Kitty? What? What's kitty? Oh, I see. The inventory's full. Did we maxed our storage for... Stone? 75, 75, 75... Oh boy. Okay, we are basically at full on storage for food, stone. Where do we squeeze in these extra storages? Oh, actually, this is not a terrible spot for a couple of extras. Still don't know what to do with this little area. Decoration there would have no effect, which is a bit of a shame. I suppose, actually, I could move both of these up and then smooth out the road. No, but I like that the road hugs it. It's not like I could do anything up in there. Oh, the Ombu Doctor has been constructed. Perfect. Full staff required. 70% poison resistance to staff. Oh, look, they've got a little model of him in the back there so that they can always know, like, what to do. And notes on his expression. That's cute. Oh, and we're officially in the mountain biome again. Okay. With that in mind... Interesting that you can get the doctor, but the doctor can't do anything without the pharmacy. Kind of makes sense, but it's a little weird too. Yeah, we'll turn that off for now. You know what? I do actually think having a water tank near here would be worth it. Where to plant? Because otherwise they have to haul water from down here. This is the closest storage. So having a storage up here would be good for efficiency purposes. Eh, fuck it. I don't think we need to be that worried about perfect placement with spacing. I think we'll live. These don't work anymore in the wrong temperature zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and so we'll put these on beats, yeah. And we'll just have an absolute fuckload of beats coming through. Maybe, actually. Put this down to one guy. Only harvest. Keep my cactus. Fully staff it so we get them before they rot. Scavenging party return, 50 water, and 15 fish. Awesome. 2 tools, 5 iron ore. That's pretty freaking worth it. I think we're gonna go pop that. Ooh, infested mine. Ooh, 30 iron ore. It's gonna take survival gear, which we have, so it might be worth it. I have to think about that one. Let's... I mean, all in all, everything seems to be working pretty well. There's the edge of the desert properly. You know what I should do? Should probably get these working again. Shouldn't I? Water that's a problem, or I don't know. We have a lot of water, so it seems silly if that would be the case. Nice hearty spot of mushrooms for Ambu to eat. Does look like this is gonna skirt by the edge of our stuff, so we'll have to figure out exactly how we want to deal with that. 10 iron ore, pick that one up. And then when they're done scavenging that, this will probably be at its closest pass to us, and we'll send them then. Hopefully. What's your problem? You're homeless? Since when do I have homeless people? I got one homeless person. when that happened. How that happened. Have a house. Onbu pharmacy research. Let's go ahead and research how to pet Onbu, and let's make the pharmacy. Oh, fits in so nicely here. At least something fits in nice and easy. Alright, we're gonna speed things up. No space for planes. When all that corn rots. Whoa, wait, whoa, revolt. Your citizens' happiness level has fallen below their needs. The revolt meter in the happiness widget will slowly fill up. When it's full, a number of villagers will leave your village, increase their happiness, stop them from revolting. Okay. So that's bad. Also, we're in the hailstorm. Presumably the hailstorm is why we, have such a massive happiness. Lowers temperature, reduces happiness by 5. Yeah, okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and get somebody working as a hornblower. I'm gonna tell Onbu to run. He's accepted our command. That's our boy. Heart rate for movement state 9. Oh wow. Okay. And the faster his heart beats, the faster he metabolizes. Okay. Displeased. It remains below 5 for more than 1 day, 20 hours. 2 villagers will leave you. Ah, okay. Below their needs, happiness is needs, I think. Ah. Seems our scavengers have returned. Our scavengers have returned. 20 clay, 35. Let's go get that 10. I think that's worth it. And the hailstorm has passed, and the revolt is over. Yay! Everyone's chilling. Okay, so we need a minimum happiness of 5. We get to 10, we attract more people. I get it now. Thank you, Onbu. You can go back to walking now, bud. Good stuff. I had a feeling that the run command would come in handy. What's this? Small poison forest. Full infested plants. Increased toxicity level and spawns poisonous fungi in Onbu's back. Okay, well, we're going to need to definitely tell him to not go that direction. That sounds like something I don't want to deal with. I think he'll eat on his own, but if he doesn't, we might give him the eat command. We have the eat command? We don't. Maybe I should research those. Being able to tell Onbu to take a rest at a certain time helps me with it. Onbu antitoxin. Onbu health potion. Okay. Takes 30 herbs or 10 heal shrooms. Delicate mushroom with healing cup. Onbu health takes 30 heal shrooms and health. I think making at least one Onbu, a couple of Onbu antitoxins would probably be worth our time. Oh, okay, we're back into rationing. That's nice. You don't need to be working anymore, not for a little bit at least. Oh, Onbu's not currently eating. Hey, dumbass. Actually, you know what? Quick, bring somebody back. Quick. I'm gonna tell him to lay down. And we can tell him to eat. Ambu. Ambu! Ambu, you're hungry! Ambu, you whore! Okay. He accepted the lay down command. We stay winning. Hopefully he lays down where he can still get back to that food. Oh. Ground toxicity is low. Alright, so we're gonna be risking our people in order to let Ondu have his little rest. But we can pet our boy now! We can pet the baby! So what do we research next? Do we research the eat command? Or should we start pushing up into the mushroom research? Or do we start becoming a cult? Nutritious mushroom bowl. Constipator, laxative. Wants me to research the brick furnace next. Fuck it, let's get the command. The full command spread seems like a useful set of innovations. Oh. Feed Onbu herbs, slightly reduce Onbu's poison level, easy but inefficient. Reduce 50% of its poison, slightly increase touch. Reduce 25% of Onbu's poison, increases trust. Experimental antitoxin. Fish remaining excruciating side effects, reduces 100% of its poison, completely destroys the trust in you. Okay, god, that's a last-ditch effort. Heal Onbu. Experimental, make extremely hungry. Pet Onbu. It takes 25 nuts to pet it, but creature use one internal parasite random increases Onbu's poison by 10%. You can get parasites? Uh-oh. Oh, good. Our scavengers are back. Which means this is pretty much as close as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna send them to the infested mine. See if we can't get that 30 iron ore. We don't have enough workers at the moment, so that's a whole other conundrum. What do I do with the fact that I don't have enough workers? Also the fact that I have poisoned workers, and I need to have this employed. I'll put it down to 1. You know what we don't need? We don't need this stone flag currently running. Just said getting his ass up. Out of... No, we're not adding anything. Our storage is full, which is fine, honestly. We can unemploy that guy for now. Let's pet Onbu. It's high time we give him a pet. So shame Onbu's not gonna eat there. We're gonna have to, I think, manually feed them to run starvation at this point. The petting is going. Look, there they go. Dun 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 dun. We have an expedition for petting the boy. We know how to tell him to eat. I'm gonna go ahead and research how to make him sleep, because it only costs notes to tell him to sleep, so that's good. Basically free. You're on his little head. Aww. Oh, Louis, a big puppy. He's a happy baby. Aww. Actual rain cloud up ahead. That's nice. What is it? A poison storm. Petting zoo, pet Onbu. Yay! You hungry, bud? Yeah. We can disable the Onbu dock. We can open this up. Oh good, our workers no longer poisoned. Oh. We can also turn this farm off. Let that go fallow until next time we need it. Have this one get fully staffed. It's that should reduce the chances that we go back into rationing mode. I'm actually gonna also go ahead and turn on the smoking hut. See if we can't get someone out there to work on that poison storm. Go ahead and feed onto a mushroom ball. Onbu antitoxins take a hell of a long time to make, at least at a short staff level, so it's good to know. I'm actually gonna go ahead. Yeah. Man's eating. Just so we can try and top off all of our water storage before this rainstorm passes. Just get the most out of it, you know? Seems like a worthwhile bit of time to spend. Alright, what are we researching next? Maybe pest control? Takes a biogas though. I think a food stand may not be a bad idea. Also being able to make bread could be worthwhile. I imagine this is a highly efficient party, but needs a lot of space and time to grow. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that one's a flex. Efficient scavenging ration protection is smoking house using salt. Oh, pretty useful. granary and the large water tank are both back here. So yeah, let's get the brick furnace researched. Not sure how we can increase happiness at this point. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a poison forest in both directions. That's bad. I guess we should head north then, maybe? Because at least that one has a, At least that one's got a sleeping spot for Onbu, who is a happy, happy boy right now. Look at him. Yeah, the poison forests seem concerning. I want to go there so bad. I'm gonna kick this up a notch in terms of production. To say the least. I'm gonna bring this down to one worker as well. We need more people. I think that's the way it is, plain and simple. We just need more people. Let's make sure the horn blower's working so we can issue a command. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to go north because that gives us a sleep thing and a accessible shrine, and it'll move us back towards that poison storm, which is perhaps in its own kind of problematic thing. But yeah. And right, we brought back 30 iron ore. Good. Let's see here. Head northeast. Onbu will get to sleep. That gives us a little bit more time. We can get biogas production up and running. Yeah. I'm gonna send them northeast. Hands feeling like TV. Okay, falling asleep. The rest of your body should do that. Good night. Thanks for coming, Pyro. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Good night. Let's start making some more soup. What am I doing food-wise? A little bit, but it's not great. Actually, can't this make edible mushroom stuff? It can. You know what? I'm gonna keep this permanently running so we can have the maximum mushrooms available. Because we will end up needing to have Onbu. What's the phrase? We will need to have Onbu eat. Like, eventually. We gave him a little food this time, I'll tie him over, but we're gonna need to have mushrooms on hand at all times in order to make sure we can crank out an additional mushroom ball or two. Speaking of, we should probably go ahead and just feed him again. Yeah, and then whenever this thing is done, we can switch the kitchen over to using mushrooms as an ingredient for people food, which is not particularly efficient, but gets the job done. You know, gives us a little bit extra of our resources. Stupid wisdom teeth. It really gets down into the thick of the jaw. Like, that's... He's chilling. But you're close. You're so close to the sleeping spot. Just walk 3 steps forwards. I guess it doesn't really change much. Infested mushrooms. Oh, Ambu can even get poisoned in the process. So, okay, we definitely don't want him to eat that. Oh, hey. Nice. Brick furnace has been researched. Awesome. Advanced decorations, modeling piece of trackness in nearby homes, food liquefier, tree nursery, sculpting, trade post. Trade post lets traders land on Ambu. Additional trade posts increase the amount of resources available for trade. Huh. Cottage, community plaza. I should probably get this. Does that take sand? Interesting. Being able to get the commune would also be quite nice. Direction of that poison storm going? Nowhere, it's just chilling. Okay. Ambu's gonna be sleeping for a while. We've got low toxicity, so I may consider having us do some things. Sand, brick, and berry seed. Interesting that we need berry seeds. Produces bricks from clay. Makes the most sense for this. Nice finding. Let's get our village doctor up and working again. This seems like a good idea, actually. I understand the limitation. And just remove the dirt roads and push it up by 1. Not really change things too much. And it'll still mostly be on the green space around all this clay. Eventually we'll figure out what to do with. We'll figure out the most effective means by which to harvest it all. We have a lot of that, so that's okay. Our scavengers have returned. 14 hours for clay and salt, not bad. Stone, iron. Let's do the fast one. The salt sounds useful. It's so hard to justify keeping that fully staffed. We add our workers to this just so we can try and finish off the mining project down here. Yeah, get that squared away. Oh, this is halfway depleted. Oh, we have a poison worker. Sometimes we need to jump around. I don't know. It sucks to keep a worker idle at all times for like no reason, but I think it's worth it. Oh hey, our villagers are active. sure where the happiness is coming from. Food quality, probably? Yeah. Oh, and food variety. Interesting. What makes food variety played such a role? I guess we do want to have the wheat researched if for no other reason than that we can have a consistent food variety available. It's ready to go. The scavenger's coming back to a fully built furnace right next to the hut. They're like, excuse me. Our scavenger party is back, and they brought with us 30 salt and 20 clay. Very nice, very nice. Let's send them off to the mines. The scavengers yearn for the mines. As well. Any available berries out and about? So I should probably make another one of these compost heaps. Let's see. So we can get one that's operating biogas as well. It's got a red flag. Ah, the brick furnace. Takes wood, clay, makes bricks. 3 hours. Nah, let's keep it 2 workers only, I think. Not needing a hornblower at the moment. But 2, you know, you cut it down from taking 8 hours to 3 hours, which is pretty good. And you only save an hour by putting an extra guy in there, so it's really not that much different. Honestly, these are so expensive to make in terms of herbs. Probably is worth it to only have one guy. Excuse me. If for no other reason than just for the sake of you don't want to die, you know. Alright. I think we've done basically what we can with the I'm making another kitchen for the sake of being able to produce, what's it called? Sorry, my jaw. Having another kitchen for the sake of being able to produce berries would probably be worthwhile. The cutting camp has successfully removed all available trees in the area. Well performed, well performed. Let's move them up over here. Poison worker. Doctor's on his way now. Okay. Scavenging party is ready to go again. And of course, there's now nothing in the immediate vicinity. Actually, you know what? We staff the hornblower. We tell him to get up. He walks to the sleeping spot. We tell him to sit down. We can send our scavengers again. No problem. I'll go for rationing again. So I definitely need more food production. What's my limiting factor on beets? Water? Seems like it's water. Maybe we need another hauling post? That seems silly. Our mining camp has been depleted. Very nice, very nice. Is there anywhere with large amounts of free stone still available? There is. This whole area down here. Good morning, on there. He goes, as one would expect. What a good little village carrier. Alright, compost heap is ready to go. Let's start getting our biogas ready. We don't really have a lot of available done. Sure what to do about that. We could research the constipator or the laxative. That would take a while and be expensive. Oh good, we're making bricks. Send the party out to the shrine. He's so happy looking. Ah, fresh air, free from any toxins. It's the other benefit of having him sleep in a designated sleeping spot. Hambu said, nah, fuck you. Alright, well, we tried. Oh well. probably throw a mushroom ball at him right before we hit the food there. Is that an ocean? Ooh. Perhaps we should look into getting some of that ocean tech research. That could be useful. More nomads. There we go. Homeless people. Let's fix that. The old cheerful gathering. Why not? Kinda need more people. Kinda. We've got food rationing, so it's like a problem. Fires of industry. They burn proud. Ambu has entered the jungle. Air toxicity is low. It's medium down to the ground. That's concerning. Is that 50 corn? Poison nomads. We could take those guys in. Forest Island. Grants ability seeds. Ambu took his use. What if we built another Dunkirk? Looks like there's things in the way that would be necessitated to be removed first. But I can put that one there. There we go. We got biogas production underway. Try and get that stuff out of the way best we can. Scavenging party is almost done. That's good. Poison forest. 20 fungal spores. Uh-oh. Cliffside. Your scavengers managed to locate the shrine, but there's one problem. It's embedded high up in the sheer cliff face that seems completely inaccessible. So we'll have to climb to get up there. There has to be another way to get up there. Let's look around. Try and get up there. There has to be another way. Let's look around. Scavengers notice a small crevice in the backside cliffs hides a secret passage leading up to the shrine from behind. Awesome. Alright, and the poison storm is accessible, but it will be for a while. So I'm gonna send them to the mine so we can get some more iron ore. Got hungry people. Why are people going hungry? Actually, I have a maybe a guess. Let's get that research up and running. The people are unhappy. Farm is expanding again, that's good. So there's a crossroad here that's going to lead us into the ocean, which is interesting. Surström, and gourmet meal made from fish and bile. Acquired taste. Yeah, I want to imagine. Not sure I want to deal with that. The small poison forest is up ahead. Oh, that's scary looking. That is an ominous fog. Do I really hope you trust my ass, because I am probably about to tell you to run. Okay, lightly poisons air. Slightly increases toxicity and lowers happiness by 1. Yeah, that's not surprising. Alright, Onbu. Shit. Turn off that feeding trebuchet for a minute. Small forest full of infested plants increase toxicity and spawns poisonous fungi on Boo's back. Uh-oh. Decontamination. Poisonous fungi start growing on Boo. If dealt with quickly, they will spread, infecting plants and poisoning villagers who go near them. Remove all of them with value from the back using the harvest tool. If you lack workers who can harvest them, try laying off non-essential workers who can work at management and use the priority tool. Oh boy, okay. Now we're in the thick of things. The challenge begins. Infested berry bush. Slowly expands, surrounding my ceiling. Harvested on the side. Set that priority as high as it can go. Yeah, on Boo. The moment you get a chance, butter. We're gonna have to get the fuck out of here. Affected by heavy pollution. Building produces tainted water. It's making tainted water anyways. I'll leave one running to produce tainted water, because I think that's kind of interesting. Oh good. Ombu's accepted our command. Doesn't yield any spores yet. Yeah, well, you know. time my workers get around to this, who knows how bad that infestation's about to be. 9 poisonous fungi currently available on the bag. Oh, okay. Yep. These things are fucking virulent, eh? Tell you what. Workers, hop to it. I believe you. I believe in us, in our power. I believe in our abilities. Okay, and we're out. Good, good. Phew. But you can walk again. I'm gonna disable the horn blower. I'm gonna enable the trebuchet. I'm gonna toss him a mushroom thing before he hits those poison shrooms. Okay. You guys see any additional poisonous fungi around? What's this shit? Fungal spores. There's 2 left. Collapsed mine. Scavengers step in the mine grounds to strike a huge boulders, fall from the roof and block the exit. Check for another way out. Might be a step further. Confident to find out your scavengers stick to the plan to get the iron ore. Nah, check for another way out. And they got stone. That's fine. It's not great, but whatever. Alright, go get Biko. Parasites off my Anbu. What's this? Villagers with deadly issues. Well, the doctor's already on, so that's good. Alright. Quote-unquote destroy all poisonous fungi is complete. It's not 100% true. Oh, but the green shit does dissipate with time, so that's good. And we did get a poisonous spore, so we might be able to do something interesting with that eventually. Maybe. Maybe. Good boy, good boy, not using it. Have a mushroom ball instead. Oh. 420. Anbu's had a nice munch. His health doesn't seem to be currently poisoned. We're going into the ocean no matter what, it seems. Yeah, an island where Anbu can rest. Interesting, interesting. know what we don't need to be consuming our food on? Making rations. Conceptually useful, but not actually all that super necessary. You're not nearly at full water, so we have. Okay, so we have a food stand now, which is probably gonna be worth it. Makes almond food into liquid almond food for the feeding pump. Construction requires drilling into almond's back. It will hurt its trust. Yeah, it seems a little harsh. May be useful in some day, but deep quarry. Use an endless supply of stone by drilling deep into Ombu's back. This press will hurt Ombu's trust you more efficient than the quarry. Well, we got plenty of stone for now. Blacksmith, surviving gear, salvaging yard. Aqua farm plants aquatic crops and breeds fish. That could be useful. Purifier. Injector. Used to inject ombu with substances. We love substances. I think let's get the fishery. We're about to enter the ocean biome, so having a fishery would be quite useful in things. Maybe it'll help solve the food issues in the future. Maybe using this farm would help too. You know what else would probably help? Getting tomatoes. Heat resistance, have high yields, require a lot of water. We can produce a lot of water. Oh yeah, let's see if I can do this. Oh wow, that has a heck of a radius. Now, most importantly, our scavengers have returned, and with Biko. Put that there. We're back. Wally, are you okay? Don't worry about me, dear. I have found the bird, but he's in pretty bad shape. I see. Let's notify that Pidge guy immediately. That's the first sensible thing you've said in weeks, dear. Pidge, we have found Biko, but... Oh no, he's not dead, is he? I think he shouldn't have sent... Oh, no, calm down, Pidge. He's still alive, but he was inside that poison storm for quite a while. I managed to stabilize him and bring him back to our village, but I'm afraid we don't know enough about birds to help him any further. Oh, what a relief. Very saved him by getting out of there alive. As for thorough treatment, pigeons are actually rather good at taking care of themselves, as long as they can find herbs. If he's able to fly, just send him my way a few herbs and he'll be cured by the time he gets here. Are you sure? If all he needs is herbs, we could care for him here. That is nice of you, but he knows what dosage he needs. I'd rather have him leave while your village is still close to his home. Understood. I will check if we have any herbs that we can spare and send them your way once we're ready. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing my boy again. See? See, dear? There's nothing to worry about. Are you sure? Come home. I'll make you a tea. Nice. Send Biko on his way with 5 herbs. Delivery users. I think we can do that. Thank you so much. My boy is back. Already? Of course. Such a good boy. Who's the smartest? Who are you? Who's the best boy? You are me when I'm talking to my dogs. Wait, who are you? Oh, I'm the village elder. You were talking to my wife before, but she's come down with a sickness. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Please let her know I'm eternally grateful to you all. Should they ever need to transport resources to settlements on the ground, my birds will be at your service. As for your reward, I've already sent another one of my birds your way. Should be arriving any minute. Farewell, my friends. I have to look after my boys and girls now. Goodbye, weird bird guy. I must admit, it feels Good, having been able to help him. Accept the first seed from Pidge. So this is what Nona's told us to look for. Strange, I've never seen anything quite like it. It's clearly some kind of seed. I don't know any plant that could help us fight back against the fungi. You managed to find it? Well done. What you're holding in your hands is a seed of an almost extinct species. If we can get it to grow, it will filter the water, neutralize the poison, and thus cleanse the soil. That's certainly impressive if true. But is that your entire plan? Planting a tree and waiting for it to save the world? Oh, lighten up, will you, my dear? She's so mean right now. God, my mouth hurts. Wally, you shouldn't be out here. Go back to bed, please. I'm plenty old enough to make my own decisions, and I want to hear what the plan is. Nona, please continue. Certainly. Yes, planting these seeds and waiting to save the world is ultimately my entire plan. Their effects are much more potent than you would think. It will only take a few decades to make large portions of the world livable again. I am aware this is still a considerable amount of time, and we will of course need more than just this one. Okay then, why don't we plant this one right now and just find out how potent they are? That, unfortunately, won't work. Like I said, these are relics of the old world, and they have been in stasis for a long time. We'll have to treat them with a special compound to revive them, so to say. But I'm still looking for their ingredients, so in the meantime, I would ask you to continue to gather these seeds. Oh, friend, there's always something else, isn't there? Dear, we found this one just like she said we would. I think we can afford a little more trusting in exchange for the first genuine glimmer of hope we've had in decades. Wally, let's get you to bed. I am not going before you haven't apologized. Apologize? What in the world should I be apologizing for? Where do I even start? To our leader, because you keep trying to micromanage every single decision, even though you stepped down long ago. To me, because you keep trying to make decisions for me. And to Nona, because you keep doubting every single thing she says. Is it because she reminds you too much of... Enough? Okay. Sorry. I trust you. I trust you, Nona, that you have everyone's best interests at heart. I trust you, leader, to make the right decisions for our village. And I trust you, Wally. Always and with all my heart. Good. That wasn't hard, was it? Now, Nona, tell us how you can find more of them. Thank you. These seeds are often kept as keepsakes of the old world, and usually exchanged as a sign of gratitude. So if you come across someone who's in need of help, they might reward you with one of them. I'll do my best to locate and mark any I can find in your map for you. If someone out there has access to a transmitter, they might even contact you directly should they require aid that only a wandering village can provide. If you're ever struggling to keep up with your search amidst the pressure of just having to survive, don't be afraid to miss out on some of them. I'll just try to locate other ones. We will do our best. Yes, we will. I promise. Now let's get you back to bed, Wally. Yes, dear. Thank you again. Get well soon, and I'll be in touch. Find more seeds. We need 2 of them to start. Alright. Fungal spores and the poison forest. Interesting. The ocean. Which way do we think we should go with the ocean? Also, there they are. Get those nomads. We'll definitely bring them on. We've probably got enough herbs to save them. Probably. I hope so. Not that's gonna be a whole problem in its own way. Ah, good. It's raining. That's good. That's good. Quarry is full. We've maxed out our stone production. Alright. That's fine. We can unemploy the stone workers for a little while. It shouldn't be much of an issue. Pick them up. 2 healthy, 3 poison. Okay. Oh, we're in revolt. Oh, yeah, because we have poisoned and homeless people. Oh, fix the homelessness issue is... 2, 4, 6. That's all the way up there where we need to be. Ooh, happiness remains below 6 for more than 1 day. If needs be, we can also hold a festival that'll distract people. You know, it'll work it. Who's anyone? Ah! Yeah, you can. You can go back to what you were doing. Tell you what, I'm gonna throw an extra doctor on the task for a bit. Try and get those taken care of before someone dies. Herbs and berry seeds, not bad. Yeah, also the scavenger there. At this point, I don't have a strong opinion on which way Ombu goes. We're gonna end up in the ocean no matter what, so... when it happens, it happens. We are currently using more water than we are collecting. That is concerning. Tents have been constructed, homelessness is gone. Mostly gone. It's an island. Oh, school of fish. Large school of fish increases yield of fishery and can serve as food for Ombu. Shipwreck. Flower. I would not want a flower that I'm pulling off of a shipwreck, if I'm being so honest. That sounds horrid. Okay, at present I think I want Ombu to go north. So I might actually put someone on the hornblower so we can get him to go. So at present they can't keep up with the berry harvest, which is good. That's what we want to see. Everything's done. Poison, so get those guys off. I'm gonna go ahead and research the tomato plantation. So we can start growing tomatoes here. Also, fisheries. Only works when Ombu is surrounded by water. Fair enough. They have to be built up along the edges of his body, which, you know, seems reasonable enough. What do we think? What direction should we move them in? I feel like this is the probably tree farm area eventually. Regular farm area. This area is crowded enough that adding additional things would be difficult, but it's not too crowded that we can't add in the fisheries. So I'm thinking this will be the fishery, the fishmonger's zone. I'm just saying words at this point. The old fish market close. The nowhere's no. They're also pretty cheap to build, so... I might go ahead and just build 4 of them, just so we can have a ton of them available at any given time. Go pet on. Go pet the baby. might as well max out the full area here. Wood, mushrooms, bricks. Oh, people. Interesting. Ooh, desert island. I'm thinking north. Have fun on Boo. You're still giving me the little cat. He's a big puppy. Look at that toe. He's a good boy. Alright, the second dung collector is being built. That's good. The food stand is on its way to being built as well. Low productivity, no workers assigned. Fish kelp. Oh, interesting. Okay. Realize I've accidentally built a wall of fisheries here. Can't get stuff over to the other side. But people can also walk around the edges of buildings like that. Interesting that the fisheries have a permanent seagull call. Alright, now we can make tomatoes. Making him need to eat more is not a bad idea. Pest control is probably worth it. I think let's get a seawater collector. We're on our way to the ocean after all. It seems like it would be a little silly to not try, at least, you know, taking a look at it. Especially since we are absolutely using way more water than we are generating. How many tools do we have? 6? Tools to upgrade these. Okay, our scavenging party is back. I'm thinking we'll go ahead, send people to the forest here, pick up some berry seeds. We know that we actually do have a need of them, so not be remiss. This whole, like, sub-village that's over here that's developing specifically around the micro-industry of collecting on loose shit. It's a nice detail. The game kind of just lightly forces your hand towards doing it. You know? You're like, well, I need compost. Oh, well, I need biogas. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we're gonna hit the, stuff. I know you need to sleep. Don't make me, horn you for it. Unaffected by poison, and we love clean air. was like about to just power through. I'm glad we have the sleep command. Ah, no, he's just waiting until he's full. Okay. That's good. Look that guy up. Not need the on doctor. Okay, awesome. Food stands available. I will permanently just employ somebody here, I think. Oh, that's interesting. It only takes advanced foods in storage. It won't hold the basic raw ingredients. I'm also gonna redo this and get tomatoes. Start having those guys get planting. I am worried about our water situation because we don't have much. I say heavy water. Do I go ahead and just bite the bullet, take that 25% increase? Go ahead and research the evaporator. Seawater collector. Also only able to be built on the edges of Onyo, which makes sense. Large and kind of expensive. Scavengers are back. Nice. Those will come into our availability. Yeah, this fort. And that shipwreck will enter our zone of control as well. These things we want though. Forest island, bricks, kelp and sand. Let's do this forest. See if there's something good that comes from the mysterious thing-a-ding. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop this. Re-enable it. The second ship collector is on its way, so that's good. Tomato fields are on their way. These can employ 2 people, so we can really, like, go ham when it comes to fishing. I'll probably put one of them on kelp. I don't know what we can use kelp for per se, but, feels like a good idea. Take advantage of our ability to produce what we can. Oh, Ambu is already up. Man, he's a fast sleeper. kind of wish that they didn't have a permanent seagull sound effect. It'd be nice if the seagull sound effect only have turned on when they were able to be used, you know? Like, then at least it's a visual indicator, or an audio indicator that you can go ahead and start fishing. But no, it's just permanent, and I could always hear it in the corner because it's nearby. That annoys me. Alright, what are we researching next? Probably we don't need a spore distillery. I don't think we need pest control. We didn't get hit by anything just yet. Stone Road? Maybe. Pictus, welcome in. How you doing? How are you? Oh, hey, you can see the ocean from Mambu? Oh, we're gonna do more than see the ocean, let me tell you. Boarding house, wheat harvesting, tree nursery, food liquefactor, sculpting, trade post, cottage. Let's go back to waiting on the community plaza, and we're gonna go ahead and unemploy our researchers. I'm not feeling that strongly about banning any of the others. Oh, actually, evaporators. You have sushi? Very nice, very nice. What kind of sushi you got? I have mouth pain, so, you know, really get on my level. How about it? Someone wants to talk to us. What's up? One of our villagers wants to show you something. I'm sorry I didn't come forward to this earlier, but I just realized something. A said I'm passed down through my family through generations. Is it one of the seeds we seek? Well, I'll be. To think one of them is here all this time. Would you contribute to our cause? Of course! Oh, I would like to make one request. The village I grew up in, where my family had lived for generations, it was different. I'm not saying I don't appreciate it here, but our own village was a place where people not only survived, but lived, if that makes any sense. In dark times, we need the smallest bits of hope to cling on to, so I'd like us to decorate some of the houses. A flower pot, some statues, anything will do. You might be right. If it raises the morale of a people, an expenditure such as that might be worth it. Urban planning, research landscaping, redecoration, the until happiness penetration. Done. We already got them. We're done with decorations. What do you think? It's beautiful. Thank you so much for doing this. I knew I was right putting my trust in you. I literally didn't do anything. I already completed your trust. What can I say? I'm the best that's ever been. But I think we could further benefit everyone by making our housing itself just a little bit nicer. I'm sure it would raise morale. Might even protect us from the poisonous spores. Yeah. Oh, now you want some more. Okay. Let's add flower pots in our... Oh, we have, street lanterns and flower gardens. So, like, basically we're awesome. What can I say? Raise housing only until it reaches happiness village reaches at least 3. Okay. Now. I see. Oh shit, we have poison villagers. Quick, doctor. Get to it. The ambulance seems like it's a good upgrade. I probably should get that. I mean, heal shrooms first, though. What do you think? Probably put the evaporator up over here, right? I can't quite squeeze it there. Let's get those herbs harvested. That'll be worth it. Dung collector. What's the problem? Low productivity. You know, that's probably fucking true. Oh, hello. I see why it's yelling at me and it hasn't before. Because we're about to be experiencing, a bit of a difficult time trying to collect its shit, aren't we? Welcome to the ocean biome, everybody. finally get the dung collector built just in time for it to be literally impossible to use. That's funny. Look at Anbu go. He's just powering on in. Look at that. Why are we still forming the expedition party? There we go. Like, get a move on, lads. You got places to be. Alright, so Anbu has entered an ocean biome. When you swim traverse it, raising its heart rate considerably. Furthermore, it can only sleep on islands, making energy management a priority. The objective is lower Anbu tiredness by 20%. Besides Anbu sleeping by itself, there are other ways to manage its energy, like researching a sleep command for the hornbow, reducing energy use from the lab. Well, he's about as sleepy as he can get, so... Or as unsleepy as he can get, so that's good. Alright. Urban planning. Raise housing quality. So I need better houses, is what you're saying. How dare you insinuate that my houses aren't the best they could possibly be? When that's absolutely true. Look at him go. Hey, are we surrounded by water now? Does that mean these work? They do. Okay, awesome. We are gonna fucking take full advantage of the fact that we can produce food now. Similarly, water. Stick an evaporator there and there. Make a little complex out of it. There's the seawater collector. I feel like we want 2 of these. Oh, look at that. The baby's swimming. There's a crossroad with a feeding spot island where Anbu can rest and feed. Oh, that's good. It's probably useful. Multiple shipwrecks with people on them. That seems worth a shot. Look at that happy boy having a swim. Current movement speed, swimming multiplier. Alright, he's gonna have a time with it, that's for sure. Not enough workers available. Well, I don't literally can't do anything with these workers, which means this one doesn't need anybody working it, so there we go. It has a whole bunch of additional workers. Very nice. Very nice. Fisheries are doing good. We're getting a lot of fish. Oh yeah, look at that. Can be cooked in the kitchen or bred in an aqua farm. Okay. What am I doing on stone? 568 available? Plenty. Actually, I need more wood than anything. What is this guy doing? I think he may have just cured somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this woodcutting camp. Oh, we're in a school of fish. Oh, look at that! Increases the yield of the fishery and can serve as food for Ombu. Yeah, I fucking expect these things to be pumping out. Saltwater evaporation, blood evaporation. Oh, interesting. Crude filtration, tainted water plus... Yeah, let's go saltwater evaporation. It seems like the easiest and most directly useful thing. Also... See, Ombu's not eating on his own. I have no available staff. Shit. What's a boy to do without any workers? I need people. I need people to work. Humidity dry, but not so arid that people aren't making any water, so that's good. I'm gonna disconnect 2 of these. Hopefully get one of them. Scavengers are done. Let's send a party to the shipwreck where we can pick up people, because we definitely need people. Seawater collector's doing good work. That's good. Damn it! I was too late. Ombu can't reach any food, so he's not gonna accept that command. God damn it. Tread water, swim faster, sleep, eat. Well, he'll have a place where he can rest here in a minute. And there's feeding islands up ahead, so I'm not too concerned. I'll throw someone on the feeding trebuchet though. Oh, look. He's walking again instead of swimming. I'll probably tell him to sleep on the sleeping spot. The evaporator is going to town. It also makes us salt, which is quite useful. So, yeah. I don't feel particularly put upon to be doing this. Oh. Stupid, painful mouth. Fresh air, free tokens on Blue's Island where we can rest and sleep, but some buildings like fisheries are less efficient. Interesting. Once he's fully up, I will tell him to take a nap. This poor guy was walking back and forth between the trebuchet and the hornblower. Alright. Day 76. Sandman. Achievement just prepped to successfully have him sleep, which I guess we've never actually successfully prompted him to do. But he'll take a little nap there, so that's good for us. More people. Need more people. How do I get around the fact that I need more people? Fisheries are less efficient, but they're going to town to work. We are losing water still, which is concerning. Does this change the timeline for evaporation if I add an extra worker? Settlers. Yes, pick them up. Thank God. 4 hungry people. Well, we've got food, so I'm not too concerned about that. Oh yeah, that drops it down to 2 hours. Having all 3 people working on it. Wood, salt, sand and salt, berry seeds, flour, fancy food, and stone. I'm actually thinking sand island, because we don't have a lot of ways to get sand currently. Yeah, obviously has its own problems to consider. Which way are we gonna have Anbu go? Both of them have food, so I'm not too concerned. Probably to the right. A lot of stuff available to the right, that's for sure. 1 hour and 20 minutes to evaporate the seawater with 3 people working it. Not bad, not bad. Seawater collector works. I'm gonna do that. I think that's a more useful balance of workers. And those tomatoes, they are slow to grow. Once more into the ocean. Needs are definitely going up. Happiness is stagnant, shall we say. Which is probably sensible, considering I haven't made a substantial increase to our standard of living in a very long time. I'm actually a little worried about how low our stock of wood is getting. Probably because we have 2 fully staffed carpenters working. I don't need 2. We've got, what, 240 wood planks at the present? We needed a ton of them for a while, but that need has tapered off at this point, so I think it's for the best if we chill on that production capacity. Quampacity, that's a new one. Oh, good. The shipwreck's in range. Very nice. Very nice. Gotta keep bringing people on. So we're getting a pretty decent haul of berries and beets. The festival is about to start up. That's good. We can start re-attracting nomads. The evaporator has been constructed. We got 135 global salt resources. There's no toxicity there, so I should unemploy the village doctor. Good. Our scavengers are home. Let's send them back out here in a minute. Go get us more people. The more the merrier, that's for sure. We've almost got enough to make the community plaza, so that'll be awesome. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the dang thing. This area is actually kind of speaking to me as an additional housing zone. Just because the food production and all that's over here. Hypothetically, I could also expand this one as these get destroyed, you know? Make this whole area housing. Tough to say. Tough to say. Looks like we might actually be increasing in the total amount of available water for once, so that's nice. Andu is unsure on which way to go. I'm also relatively unsure about which direction to go, though I can see there's a whole hell of a lot more clearly designated scavenging zones over here. We got forests, shipwrecks, fort ruins with fancy tropical salads in them. This has a desert island, so I'll tell them to head southeast. That's the problem. Storage full. Okay, we've literally caught as many fish as we possibly can. I forgot to essentially zero kelp, so I'm gonna do that. Start getting kelp production up. We got 235 global fish available. Huge. Start making grilled fish with that. Not global storage being full, just wood storage in this is full. Which implies that we need more haulers. Which is kind of crazy. It really feels like they should be basically. for a guy in the Anbu trebuchet. We'll toss him a mushroom. Well, actually, no. I don't think we even need that. He should be, he's not gonna starve or anything by the time he reaches the locale. Okay, another seawater collector is ready to go. Let's get that actually up and running. Just bringing on board as much water as we can. Those evaporators can continue working even after we, are done. We've gone 544 kilometers since we got on Anbu already, which is kind of crazy. We're almost where we need to be with bricks, that's awesome. Pick up those people. 4 additional people have jumped on board. Awesome. We are really pushing the availability of our needs. So that's fun. Fort Ruins 510 2015. Yeah, let's go get those bricks because that'll actually enable our research if we finish them. Oh, there's a desert to the north. Interesting. What if we'll end up in that? Not enough resources available. I wonder which of these ends up outpacing the other. We produce more salt water, or we produce more evaporator? Or the evaporator works faster. These will produce 15 every hour and 20 minutes. These, with 2 people working them, produce salt water, uses 15 every 2. So these will slightly overproduce the evaporators with a 1-to-1 ratio. The mushroom island is being reached, so that's good. Anbu evacuates bowels. Don't think I was able to lift any of that. It's a shame, but it is what it is. The tomatoes are doing good. I feel like I need like a proper kitchen where like we just produce every single type of, you know. And there's what? How many recipes? There's grilled fish. There's a berry one, there's a meat one, there's a tomato one, there's a fish one, there's a mushroom one. The mushroom one's kind of an emergency food, so I could probably bring this down to only having 4 kitchens running at all times. I know you are hungry. Do not make me tell you. But I'm not hungry. An achievement for making him successfully eat. Well, that's good. Because you are hungry. You're so fucking hungry, dude. Let's get to chipping away at these last remaining forests. Eat as much as you can, big guy. I'd rather not have to feed you meat. I'll do it, but I'd rather not have to. Scavengers are back. Awesome. 20 wood planks and 10 fish. Something unexpected might happen. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and get get our research building up and running again. And we can get the community square built. I do love the tent city masquerading as a real location. Yeah, devoured those mushrooms. You wish you could give Anbu a beach ball? Anbu deserves a beach ball. I think he'd enjoy it. I think Anbu would appreciate being, you know, given some big thing to play with. He's just basically a big puppy. Okay, our last researcher's on the way. Research will be undone. We have 27 pellet. Wow, we do not produce a lot of pellet. We get 2 fish per unit, and we only get 1 pellet per unit, so that's interesting to consider. Love how you just always need more people. And that, I genuinely think, is a sign that this is a pretty good game. Because a good game, a good city builder is going to constantly push you to be making to bring as many people onto your city as you possibly can. Because that always gives you a compounding effect in terms of, you know, generally speaking, you need to strike the balance between I'm bringing in enough people that I can work all the jobs that I have that people need to be fucking doing, and I need to have enough people who are working jobs specifically to provide for the other people who are working. Like, I waste 3 workers full time just to get a small happiness bonus from the town square. Probably I could live without this, and in an emergency I'm probably gonna consider that more often, but like, I gotta have 6, 7, whatever, and I didn't say it. However many people work on that farm, always working, and, you know, I'm pushing multiple different food districts, and hypothetically, you know, a whole bunch of these people are gonna stop being a problem the moment we're done being in the ocean. But, like, those people who I wanted to have on board to work during this, like, season 20, I'm still gonna have to take care of them once we're no longer in this season 20. So it's just good. It is a good problem to be having. I'm a little worried about our clay reserves. I'm gonna put 1 guy in the clay gathering camp so we can have automatic clay production again, because we've been slacking on that one for a while. So we're gonna reactivate our stone, and just like that, we're out of people again. I'm gonna bring this down to 1 person doing the fishing, just so we can keep our fishing reserve full the entire time. I'm gonna some 12, huh? I think I can see that. I'm gonna do the right of harmony. Love watching him swim. Oh, he do swim? Yeah, they told you. He swims. $20 wood and 10 fish. Nice. Wood, mushrooms, I mean fancy tropical salads. Wood, salt, herbs, berries. Do I go further afield, try and pick up this sand? Sand might be worth it. Three survival things, just pick up sand. Seems like a little much. Yeah, we'll hit up the fort ruins. Some people will get to eat real good food for once in their lives. Alright. Rite of Harmony is active. Ooh. It only gets us up to 11. I wish I knew how to do that. How do I increase our happiness? Current food quality is 0.16. Cat is real mad about the giant fans and has been yelling at you. Have you considered giving it pets? I hear that most pets like being pet. Shocking, I know. So that's the real hard-hitting animal friend information you can only get on a Yin-Yang gaming stream. Might be able to push the decoration bonus up, actually. No, the current average is 3, actually. I think the most important thing for us to get is unironically get more kitchens. Back in the kitchen. Sometimes she just yells from downstairs because she wants them to turn us off, or else just be down there with her and the terrible, horrible fans. So silly. God, where am I gonna put these fucking kitchens? I need so many of them. Maybe I don't need all of them. Maybe I can get away with like 3, because I need like 6. But if I actually fully staff them, it'll be way faster than the food production is. I'm gonna put them like that. Hey, okay, it's up right. We pushed one value up just enough that we're up to 12 happiness and therefore attracting additional people. We're down it again, man. We are right up. It's probably the food quality. The average food quality is like super variable, it seems. Perhaps not that surprising. This tiny little spit of poison forest nestled into the desert is interesting. Alright, let's speed things up. Okay, the community plaza is available. Raises happiness by 2 while fully staffed. Allows you to hold festival which can have a variety of effects. 8 by 7. Holy schmuckers, that's a big thing. The community plaza. What the fuck am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna make the slums? Actually starting to consider, like, what the fuck do I do about the space issue? Wouldn't it be simpler if I could get rid of the honorable spikes? But no, we shan't. I need to remove that clay deposit, but once that's gone, this isn't a terrible spot to put the housing. There's no natural blockers. Most of the space has already been cleared. Yes, there's the giant quarryable rock in the way, but we can deal with that at a later date. If I put it like this, actually, still need to remove a piece of clay deposit. How many mycologists am I really going to need? If this is the mushroom area, and commit to this being the mushroom area, I think we'll be okay. This is the clay pit. Would one consider Cult of the Lamb a kind of city builder? I believe the people who play it and care about these designations consider Cult of the Lamb to be a colony sim as opposed to a city builder, which is a pretty substantial and direct difference. Which I acknowledge sound like silly pedantry, but there is difference there. As I understand it, the difference there being that a city builder is a game about building a city. The actual individual people in the city builder, basically just a number, and essentially act as a limiting checklist of, can I turn this building on, turn this building off, etc., etc. You know, they're faceless employees that are all essentially 100% interchangeable. Colony Sim is one where you have individuals within a system. Like, both genres are types of games that involve people being interested in logistics and infrastructure and resource acquisition and what's the other word? Oh, that's interesting. The electromagnetic capacitance of my fingers is enough for me to get a signal passed to my headphones if I touch the connector. That's interesting. Anyways. What was I saying? Yeah, so both of them are about resource management at the end of the day and, like, building things. But a colony sim, you're gonna have, like, at most 20 odd people usually. Like, That's if you're kind of going crazy with it. You know, RimWorld, you've got your colony sim. You start pushing 100 colonists in RimWorld, and the entire game breaks. You put 100 colonists in what's it called? You put 100 pawns in Oxygen Not Included, the entire game starts to break down. Both of them can handle it. Both of them can do it, but the game's not intended for that. A city builder, you know, we're still pretty much in the early game. Like, maybe early mid-game right now is if I had to take a guess. We've got 73 people. And yeah, I'm pushing population, but I want more. I definitely need more. And so, you know, the question for this game very much becomes, how does one manage a large-scale population and provide the infrastructure and the housing, etc., etc.? The colony sim's a little bit more grounded, you know? You don't pull a city out of nothing, you pull a colony out of nothing. It's very vibes-based, but it's kind of an important vibes-base, you know? 600 of each material. Getting the large storage buildings seems like it might be useful. Ow. Like, a colony sim would never giving you a building that can arbitrarily hold 30 people in it. Like, that's a city builder type of thing. I also think that there is a building that has, what is that, 4x5 plot size and stores 30 people in it. Jesus. Getting a couple aqua farms also sounds useful. Gourmet kitchen. Four beds, quality 6, 3x2 plot size. I mean, considering the next single family option is literally the mansion, which, you know, we're not getting that anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. The enemy city builders hold amounts of NDs that render them cogs in your system, but still make you interact/manage reputation among specific characters. What do you mean by reputation? And characters that don't just represent the fact. Yeah, what do you mean by reputation? Guys with personality. I mean, generally speaking, most colony sims don't have you interacting with characters that have actual personalities. You generally need to infer the personality onto the colony sim character. The colony sim character is a floating stat block at the end of the day. You have to anthropomorphize a little bit. Some of them do. And I will also say this, Cult of the Lamb is not a very good colony sim either. Or at least not in the fact that, like, if you're like, oh, I want to play a colony sim, no one's gonna say, go play Cult of the Lamb. You know? Like, not to say it's a bad game, it's just not what it is. Cult of the Lamb is a roguelike with colony sim elements, so they have a lot more leeway in trying to give the characters that show up in your village a lot more personality in the way that they're written. But even then, they're kind of blank slatey, I think. I have never played Cult of the Lamb. I'm going based entirely off, like, 2 YouTube videos and what I've seen people say about it. 10 wood, 10 stone, 20 clay. Or we just kick it up a notch, and we get the cottage. Yeah, fuck it. Let's put the college up in the chopping block. And we'll go ahead and unload these guys. I mean, manage how isolated characters feel about like you're married, even in a circle you interact with people in the city don't matter. Sim City, unironically, which is an insane thing to say. Some of the later Sim City games had a mechanic where you had advisors, and the advisors were people that you directly interacted with who had, like, agendas, and so the agendas were things that you worked with. I know you specifically said, like, oh, but not just people who represent factions, but, like, at the end of the day, you kind of are trying to just have people that represent factions. Like, a city builder is antithetical to the conception of having strong character work. Like, that's just not something that happens in it. Colony Sim, you get closer. Most pawns in Oxygen Not Included have a fairly easy route towards anthropomorphization, and that anthropomorphization is readily apparent in, like, how they want you to interpret it due to the way that they're animated, etc., etc. Pawns in RimWorld have actual, like, literal personality traits attached to them, and so they will slightly behave differently, but at the end of the day, you're still inferring that onto them. Like, strong character is not a thing in a Colony Sim. The fact that Cult of the Lamb has a specific, like, roguelike story mode, and then there's a Colony Slim attached onto it, like, that's why I mean that no one's gonna tell you to go play a Cult of the Lamb if you ask to play a Colony Sim. Like, it's just not part of it. But if you're willing to expand the idea of, you know, personality and reputation and, like, actually having something that you meaningfully interact with, you're looking at Frostpunk 2. Frostpunk 2 has a very in-depth and well-thought-out faction system in which each of the factions have a strong personality. They're represented by an abstract person. It's not a specific actual person. It's the faction representative, and the faction representative is just, like, a picture of the guy. But, like, these factions have strongly held beliefs. They will interact with you based on those beliefs. They interact with the city, and things change based on what parts of their ideology that you embrace and what parts you reject. You know, it's a dichotomous system, so you always piss somebody off, or you take the middle round and you piss everybody off. Yeah, no, it's a whole shebang. It's a whole thing. So that I think that the Frostpunk 2 factions are probably the closest that you're gonna get to, like, these are characters with strong opinions who, like, meaningfully are a character, even though they're not specifically characters. You're wondering about Frostpunk seemed like had distant characters attached to faction, a good development for each faction. I beat you to the punch. I've done it. I've annihilated your argument, Pictus. You see, but, like, that's the thing. It's that the factions in Frostpunk don't have decent characters attached. The factions are the characters. Like, the factions have good development. The exist as a conglomerate block that acts with a characterization and character interest, but they are not specific people. The factions are still, because Frostpunk 2 is a city builder, it is still rendered down to the, like, baseline requirement of these are cogs in a machine, and the cogs just happen to have very specific paint jobs. And they're good paint jobs, and they're meaningful paint jobs. Maybe it's more accurate, they're cogs in the machine, but the factions have very unique tooth patterns in the gears. Like, that's maybe a more correct analogy. I don't even know where I'm gonna send my fucking guys. Go to the forest island. You can never have too many berry seeds. But yeah, so, like, the problem with that is it just kind of doesn't hit the criteria that you had provided, which is that they should be, you know, characters in their own right. They're not characters. Frostpunk 1 is kind of straddling the line between Colony Sim and City Builder, but it treats the people in the city about the same as it treats, like, about the same as any city builder treats people in the city, which is that the people in Frostpunk 1 are not individuals. They do not have personalities. The closest you get is the class division between engineers and workers, and that is well thought out from the fact that they're trying to do political commentary with it, not well thought out from the fact that they're trying to, like, be a colony sim, if that makes sense. They're not meaningfully, integrating that. Alright, this is gonna get us 3 different kinds of fancy-ass fucking clothes. We're gonna have fish, we're gonna have, yeah, so we're gonna have fish, we're gonna have beet soup, we're gonna have dairy moose salad. That's good shit. Why are we... I see, because we need more haulers. Do we need to build down another hauling post and fucking employ that shit? That's crazy. I'm gonna put these guys to hauling only, I think. Let's see if we can work some stuff out there. Even Cold Land is primarily story based instead of colony building tab down to it. Yeah. That's the impression I've got. I wonder if there's any city building can be a story and character building the story of city building. Rimworld. Frostpunk, I think, seems to do that. They haven't played a lot of the streams. See, the problem is there's no characters again. Like, the closest you get with a character is you, the player, being conceptualized as a specific individual. All of the Frostpunks are inherently hyper-authoritarian in that you have, in canon, a person with dictatorial control over the entire city. In the first game, it's the captain. In the second game, it's the steward / the first citizen. But because it is one person in control of all of that, the game does, like, canonize you, the player, as being the captain. So, in that sense, technically, Frostpunk has interesting characterization, especially in the first one, where you develop the character of yourself as the captain, and what kind of captain you are. But I think that's stretching it. Not necessarily character building, but lore building. See, those are completely different things, Pictus. Totally different. Character, like, it's not that you can't have good things with all of them, but, like, there's a reason there's a strong distinction in the way that people talk about, yeah, this is a world or, like, story-driven story. This is a plot-driven story versus this is a character-driven story. Like, those are important distinctions to have. Unfortunately, you're running headlong into my creative writing degree right now, which is why I'm, like, being very insistent on the precision of what we're talking about. But, like, yeah, if you want a city builder that has a good story, if all you're looking for is, like, what if there's a really strong, like, narrative to it, Frostpunk's king. Frostpunk has... Frostpunk 1 specifically. Frostpunk 2 has an interesting story and is perhaps a more directly story-based game than Frostpunk 1, which is kind of interesting conceptually. You're almost to the island, Donald. You're almost there. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna be able to take a little nappy nap. Okay, big guy, you're gonna make it. I'm worried about him. I'm mostly telling that to myself. Let's go get those bricks. That seems useful. But yeah, like, Frostpunk 2 has a more linear and direct story, and it does more events along the way that specifically are like, this is the story of the city. Whereas Frostpunk 1 has a more free-form, you know, it's again closer to the colony builder, city builder it's straddling that line, so it's not quite the same. But I think that Frostpunk 1 has a more compelling narrative feel to the game due to the fact that it is much more close in. It's got a tighter focus than the other game, which, you know, that's interesting conceptually to wonder, like, which way that ought to be considered. Oh, good Lord, no minutes. Come on in. Welcome to the fucking party. Oh, happiness is currently at 18. Look at that. Food quality, food varieties went off the charts. We might don't even need this. Will be attracting new meds. Oh, there you go, bud. Make your way to the sleepy time patch. Tell you what, a little more. Where do I get? I'm gonna go ahead and give him a mushroom roll. Hopefully before he goes to sleep. RimWorld is an interesting case because RimWorld is a completely non-story based game. There's no story in RimWorld. Well, that's not entirely true. The DLCs add some that are conceptually stories. So, even with those that have like more specific like quest-based stories from like say the Royalty DLC, they're extremely open-ended. They're story concepts that are guided slightly as opposed to specific actual narratives, if that makes sense. But I would also argue that if you're looking for a character-driven story game in the realm of like what's a interesting story, RimWorld is the one. RimWorld is literally built as a story generator, and it's built that way for good reason. 100% sleeping. This poor baby who just made it. This is ready to go. Awesome. And that's because even though it's a colony simulator where a battery cannon. Balance of the sport feature that means of a large battery cannon. They look old and rusted over, but some parts may still be usable. Well, let's investigate the cannons. We cannot ignore your fight like this. Oh, shit. Your scavenger serves the artillery weapons and their sling are driven by a loud explosion. One of those seconds go, only a crater remains. The others retreat carefully. Oh, man. That sucks. Oh, we finally have a biome choice. Are we gonna go to the desert? Or are we gonna go to the mountains? Interesting. Home do sleep, always exhausted. I fucking imagine. Yeah, RimWorld, it's because of the way that it is so open-ended. It actually goes so far into being open-ended and then makes a couple of very specific design decisions in the way that they portray the colonists. What are they called? Oh no, they're called pawns in RimWorld. It's duplicants in Oxygen not included. That's right. Anyways. So, the pawns in RimWorld, all of them have, as I mentioned before, specific personalities associated with them. And because they have these specific, associated personalities, they will all act in specific, distinct ways in the face of things. They all also have very specific skills that they are good at. And so, you know, you like have a pawn who is a beautiful pyromaniac vampire or something. Like, that's an absolutely very normal combination to have in RimWorld. And so if you have, you know, a pawn like that, that's a very specific type of person. And they're going to have specific behaviors associated with it. Because they're a pyromaniac, they're going to light fires on occasion. They're going to go and sit and stare at, like, sources of fire for joy in a way that other pawns don't, etc., etc. Like, it's a whole thing. And so... well, shit. The sawmill has completely mined away the main... log. Damn. Well, I guess we'll have to make another one. Where's the next big wall? Down here. Well, let's get to work. It'd be really funny if someone was burning in the world. And if you have the Ideology DLC, unironically, absolutely you can. There's a Ideologian ritual called effigy burning, where you build a little statue out of flammable materials, and your opponents all have a party, dance around it, and light it on fire. Like, RimWorld's a great game. Extremely detailed, lots of things going on. They only added to the simulation with time. But, as I said, like, you have these very broad baseline ideas in the story. Like, the Anomaly DLC is gonna put a monolith in your world, and you will uncover the mystery of what's going on with the monolith, why is it spawning monsters around. But they're, at the end of the day, still random events, you know? There's a storyteller, but the storyteller is basically, like, how you weight the random, like, dice rolls. So it's interesting. But at the same time, because of how detailed the simulation is, because every pawn has their unique personality, because they all have unique skills, they're gonna all, like, interact with that very bare bones, essentially, story in a completely different set of ways. So, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go get the 25 sand. I know it's gonna cost us extra, but I'm gonna go do it. But now that Ombu is awake, it is time for me to go to sleep. Unfortunately, it's very late and my mouth tastes like blood. And my jaw hurts a fucking lot, so it is what it is. You haven't spent really any time in the city quality builder genre, so it's good to know people aren't only paying attention to the setting and resource management, but narrative across the gameplay as well. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the game, right? Like, at the end of the day, again, RimWorld was always built as a story generator, and it is, you know, semi-retroactively called a colony sim later on. You know, if you go into, like, Dwarf Fortress has a lot of the same underlying mechanics that RimWorld does, but it's on a slightly larger scale, so it edges a little bit more into the city builder genre, and so, like, yes, Dwarf Fortress is a narrative, is also a story generator, but it's never, like, built that way, and the stories Dwarf Fortress builds are, like, grand civilizational narratives, whereas RimWorld is personal narratives. Like, RimWorld's gonna give you a story about a bionic princess who fell from the sky, was adopted by tribals, and eventually led them into overthrowing the mechanoid menace that has plagued their planet for generations. Like, that's the kind of thing you get with RimWorld. Dwarf Fortress is going to be like a small, plucky tribe of dwarves overthrew the last legacy of the elves in the epic 2,000-year fucking war or something. And so, like, it's a matter of scale, and it's a matter of expectation. And both RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress have an overlap. They have an overlap period where you get small-scale stories for Dwarf Fortress, and you have large-scale stories for RimWorld, depending on the way that you personally play the game. They're quite interesting. Alright, but I need to go to bed. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being the little people that show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all those other awesome things you people do. And we'll see you all next time. Arrivederci, everyone. Arrivederci.